When we talk about what makes an open world game great, the usual suspects come up: expansive maps, realistic physics and graphics, or emergent gameplay. But if there's one thing I believe more open world games should embrace, it's the concept of substories, as perfected by the Yakuza series. These aren't just side quests, they are an integral part of what makes Yakuza's world feel alive and memorable. If you've ever played a Yakuza game, you know that Kurohyo isn't just a backdrop for Kiryu's adventures, it's a living, breathing place full of quirky characters, bizarre situations, and genuinely heartfelt moments. The substories in Yakuza don't feel like filler, instead they create a sense of place, transforming what you'd consider a relatively small map into a city that feels rich with history, humor, and emotion. I think too many open world games treat side quests as optional checklists. Go here, kill this, collect that. Over time it becomes daunting, it turns into a job. But in Yakuza, substories serve a higher purpose. They break up the main story's often serious tone with absurdity, depth, and surprising emotional weight. One moment you're fighting a gang of thugs, the next you're helping a struggling musician find his voice. These stories give Kurohyo an identity beyond just a set of streets and buildings. It's a place to experience different things. One of the best aspects of Yakuza's substories is how they appear out of nowhere. There's no dramatic setup, no grand marker demanding your attention, just a sudden encounter in the street that pulls you in. I know some players prefer their open world games to be structured, but I believe this kind of organic storytelling is what makes Yakuza so special. The random nature of the stories keeps you hooked, constantly wondering what bizarre or heartfelt moment might unfold next. More importantly, these substories don't feel like a drag, they're fun. Instead of feeling disruptive, they feel like natural parts of the game. Another reason Yakuza's substories work so well is that they often give you a sneak peek at what you're about to experience. Many of them introduce mechanics, locations, or themes that later play a role in the main game. Maybe you'll stumble upon a side story that introduces you to a fighting style before you really need it, or you'll meet a character who later shows up in a major quest. These clever moments subtly encourages exploration. You'll feel compelled to check your map, see what's nearby, and uncover these stories yourself. I think more open world games should take this approach. Instead of making side content feel like a chore, they should use it as a way to gently complement the game's main plot. What makes Yakuza substories so effective is their balance. They can be ridiculous, but they never feel pointless. One moment Kiryu is busy training at the Dominatrix, the next he's helping a kid retrieve his stolen video game. The humor works because it's rooted in character, not just randomness. Many open world games struggle with this balance. They either take themselves too seriously or are afraid of breaking immersion, or they lean too hard into making quick quests that add nothing of value to the main experience. Yakuza proves that a game can be both emotional and absurd without sacrificing its narrative integrity. I think more developers need to take a step back and ask what actually makes a world feel alive. It's not just NPCs with daily routines or a realistic day and night cycle. It's stories, small, personal, and unexpected, not an abundance of side quests to fill the gaps. The Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption understood this with their side quests, but even then, many open world games still struggle to make their extra content feel alive and worthwhile. The Yakuza series shows that you don't need a massive world to create a memorable one. You just need great stories, no matter how small they seem. If more open world games embraced the power of substories, we'd have fewer lifeless, boring games and more worlds worth getting lost in.